Hollywood is buzzing with a scandal that feels like it was ripped straight from a scripted reality show. Except this one stars a real-life Duchess. Meghan Markle, the Duchess of Sussex, has landed in the middle of yet another firestorm, and this time the flames are being fanned by deleted Instagram posts, the Kardashian-Jenner empire, and a comedian who isn't afraid to throw gasoline on the drama. What began as a triumphant evening of glamour at Kris Jenner's ultra-exclusive 70th birthday bash has spiraled into a public humiliation that threatens to undo years of careful image building in California. Welcome to the latest chapter in the never-ending saga of Harry and Meghan's Hollywood reinvention. And trust me, this chapter is a doozy. Let's set the scene properly. On the evening of November 8, 2024, Kris Jenner turned 70 in true Kardashian fashion, a spectacular James Bond-themed extravaganza held not at her own mansion, but at the sprawling Beverly Hills estate of Amazon billionaire Jeff Bezos and his fiancée Lauren Sanchez. This wasn't just a party, it was a coronation of Hollywood power. The guest list was a dizzying parade of A++ talent: Beyoncé and Jay-Z, Adele, Mariah Carey, Oprah Winfrey, Justin Bieber and Hailey Bieber, Snoop Dogg, Paris Hilton, and dozens more. Being photographed at this event wasn't just fun, it was social capital. One good snap on the right Instagram account could cement your status for the next year. And there, gliding through the 007 decor in a sleek black tuxedo with a poignant red poppy pin to his lapel, was Prince Harry. Beside him, in an elegant long-sleeved black gown, was Meghan, fresh from the Baby Gala where they had supported Serena Williams. To the casual observer, the Sussexes looked perfectly at home among the elite, effortlessly hopping from one red carpet charity event to the most coveted private party in town. For a couple who have spent 5 years trying to prove they belong in Hollywood, this felt like the ultimate coronation photo. Meghan Markle, finally embraced by the Kardashian-Jenner matriarchy. For about 12 glorious hours, that coronation seemed real. On Monday, November 11th, both Kris Jenner and Kim Kardashian posted lavish Instagram carousels recapping the birthday extravaganza. Buried among the shots of Adele laughing and Beyoncé posing were several crystal-clear images of Harry and Meghan, Kris beaming between the couple, Kim capturing Meghan deep in conversation with a Netflix executive, more candid moments of the Duchess chatting with the birthday girl herself. For Meghan, who is literally 24 hours away from dropping the poster and release date for her new Netflix lifestyle series with Love, Meghan, the timing was nothing short of miraculous. Free publicity from two of the most powerful women on social media? Priceless. Then poof. Every single photograph containing Harry or Meghan vanished from both accounts. Not cropped, not archived, deleted entirely, as if the Sussexes had never existed at that party. Screenshots spread like wildfire. The internet detonated. And the question on everyone's lips became, what on earth went so catastrophically wrong in the space of a few hours? Theories arrived faster than the valet cars at Bezos' mansion. Some pointed to the red poppy controversy. Harry wore his proudly in the run-up to Remembrance Sunday, but Meghan did not. In certain British circles, that omission was interpreted as a snub to veterans. Could the palace have quietly objected? Others wondered about standard celebrity photo approvals. Maybe the Sussexes simply hadn't signed the usual release forms, but then comedian and podcast host Heather McDonald dropped what can only be described as a thermonuclear take on her Juicy Scoop podcast alongside guest Zach Peter. After dismissing the poppy theory, Zach went straight for the jugular. My theory is they weren't invited. They crashed the party. Yes, you read that right. The Duke and Duchess of Sussex, according to this bombshell hypothesis, allegedly showed up uninvited to one of the most exclusive nights of the year, banking on the fact that no security guard or host would dare turn away royalty at the door. Zach continued, Jeff Bezos and Lauren Sanchez don't even like Meghan Markle, implying the actual hosts were less than thrilled to see the Montecito duo waltzing in after the Baby Gala. Heather piled on. Once Kris and Kim realized the Sussexes had essentially gate-crashed, they scrubbed the evidence to protect their own reputations. No invitation? No photo credit. If even 10% of that theory is accurate, it is arguably the single most embarrassing moment of Meghan's post-royal career. Of course, Counter-narratives flooded in almost immediately. People magazine cited sources claiming all guests had filled out photo consent forms and the Sussexes had checked no. Kris and Kim allegedly posted in good faith, then respectfully removed the images, once informed. Sources close to Kris Jenner told the Daily Mail the exact opposite. There were no consent forms whatsoever. Instead, a representative for Harry and Meghan contacted the Kardashians after the posts went live and demanded the photos come down. And according to one particularly spicy Montecito insider quoted by the Mail, the reason had nothing to do with privacy or protocol. Meghan reportedly saw the photos, compared herself to Beyoncé, Adele, Kim, and the rest of the impeccably glam attendees, decided she didn't look good enough, and threw what was described as an absolute fit until every trace was erased. Page 6 offered yet another angle. Harry himself requested removal because the optics of partying in Beverly Hills days before Remembrance Sunday could torpedo his quiet attempts to reconcile with his family in Britain. TMZ doubled down on that version, emphasizing Harry's decade of military service and his personal sensitivity to November 11th. So, which is it? Did they crash? Did Meghan hate the angles? Was Harry protecting a fragile truce with King Charles? Or was it all of the above colliding in one perfect storm of bad judgment and worse timing? The honest answer is that we may never know the full truth. What we do know is that every single explanation paints the Sussexes in a less than flattering light. Whether they arrived uninvited, demanded deletion because of vanity, or scrambled to delete evidence that might offend Buckingham Palace, the overarching narrative is the same. 5 years after Megxit, Harry and Meghan still haven't secured a stable, respected place at Hollywood's top table. They remain the couple everyone is slightly wary of, the ones you smile for in the photo, but quietly hope won't overstay their welcome. This incident also illuminates how dramatically Meghan's stance toward the Kardashians has shifted. In 2020, early reports suggested she viewed them as beneath her, too tabloid, too reality TV. She wanted Oscars, not Hulu specials. Fast forward to 2024 to 2025, and her Spotify deal has imploded, with an executive publicly branding her and Harry grifters. Her Netflix output remains thin, her polling numbers continue to crater, and suddenly the family that mastered fame without portfolio looks like the smartest alliance in town. Kris Jenner builds empires. Kim turns scandals into billions. If anyone knows how to rehabilitate a controversial public image, it's them. Unfortunately for Meghan, this episode suggests the feeling may not be entirely mutual. When Kris and Kim can make you disappear from their feeds with a swipe of a finger, the power dynamic is crystal clear. In the end, Kris Jenner's 70th birthday party will be remembered less for the caviar and the Adele performance and more for the moment Meghan Markle discovered that Hollywood's embrace can be every bit as conditional and as brutal as the royal family's ever was. The deleted photos are more than a social media glitch. They are a stark metaphor for the Sussexes' precarious position in American elite society. They are close enough to the flame to get burned, but not quite hot enough to command the room. For years, Meghan has tried to write her own narrative, the outsider who conquered 2 establishments, the British monarchy and Hollywood. This scandal reveals the uncomfortable reality. She has fully conquered neither. The monarchy stripped her of HRH and security. Hollywood, it seems, can strip her from an Instagram carousel with equal ease. Until Harry and Meghan produce undeniable, culture-shifting success, something on the level of a Schemes or a Lemonade podcast that actually moves the needle, they will remain the couple that powerful people tolerate rather than celebrate.